For tonight's dinner, I'm making really easy chicken enchiladas. It's a composed dish, which means that I use components that are homemade and store-bought, really just to make this something I can throw together really quickly. And I'm just going to show you how I do it. So in this bowl, I have the meat from a rotisserie chicken that I bought in the supermarket, and I've just shredded that. I've got about 2 cups of cheddar cheese that I've grated, 2 cans of black beans, some Spanish rice that I just made according to the package directions. You can use any brand you like. This is the one I used. You can also make your own Spanish rice, but again, this is supposed to be a quick dinner, so I use the packaged rice, and again, just make it according to the package instructions. In this frying pan, I have sauteed 2 yellow onions, 2 green peppers, and 4 jalapeno peppers. And to that, and I've just sauteed them until the peppers and the onions were translucent. And then I added 3 cloves of minced garlic. And I sauteed that until the garlic was fragrant. Once that was done, I added spices. And those spices are half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and then everything else is just 1 teaspoon. So 1 teaspoon of chili powder, cumin, coriander, paprika, red pepper flakes, salt, and pepper. So again, that is just half a teaspoon of cayenne, because cayenne is hot, and then 1 teaspoon each of all the rest of the spices. And now I'm just mixing those together in with the peppers and the onions. And I'm just going to do that just for a couple of minutes until I start to smell the spices. Okay, so I cooked the onions and peppers with the spices for just another couple of minutes until the spices started to become fragrant. And I added them to the bowl with my chicken, and to that I added the 2 cups of black beans, the Spanish rice that I prepared just from the package, and I added the 2 cups of cheddar cheese. And to finish the filling, I'm going to add a jar of green tomatillo sauce. It can be any green salsa that you like. I happen to like this one, but whatever you have on hand. You're just going to add, and this is a 16-ounce jar of the tomatillo salsa. And I'm just going to add that to the filling. And I'm just going to stir that together, and then the filling will be finished, and all we have to do is fill our tortillas. Okay, to fill the tortillas, we need to soften them first. And we're going to soften them by basically just dipping them in hot oil for just a minute until they soften, and then I'm just going to flip them over. So I have a package of tortillas here. These are whole wheat tortillas, but you can use whatever you like, and this is a package of 8. And here I have a pan of hot oil. And you obviously want to be very careful with this, because this can get messy, but it's really not that hard. Just with a pair of tongs, just lift the tortilla up, put it in the pan of hot oil, just like 1 second, and then flip it over, and that's it. And now I'm just going to put it on this plate where I have some paper towels, and I'm going to let it drain. The oil is hot, by the way. I just, over years of cooking, have developed aluminum fingers, so be careful in handling the tortillas. But now I'm just going to let that drain. Just blot the excess oil. And I'm just going to repeat the whole process with another tortilla. So in the oil, just a second on each side. Pull it out, let it drain, and then onto the plate with the paper towels. Blot the excess oil, and repeat with the remaining tortillas. Okay, so I have my stack of tortillas, which again, I just dipped in the hot oil to soften, and now we're just going to fill the tortillas. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take about a tablespoon or so of the filling. Actually, probably about 2 tablespoons of the filling. Just put it in towards the end of one end of the tortillas, just right in the middle. And there's no exact measurements, so you can eyeball this and put as much filling as you think the tortilla can hold. But I'd say 2 heaping tablespoons is a good measure. And now I'm just going to take one long end and put it over the filling. Fold one side over. Fold the other side over. And roll. And there it is. And I'm just going to put this in my prepared pan, which is just a square baking pan. And I'm just going to continue the process. So I'll show you one more. So again, tortilla. About 2 heaping tablespoons of our filling. Just sort of even it out. Obviously, impeccably clean hands is very important. Take one end, fold it over the filling, fold one side over, fold the other side over, and roll. And there you have it. Into our prepared pan, and I will continue this with the other 6 tortillas. So I've finished filling and rolling all the enchiladas, and they're in my pan. And I should say, this makes a lot of filling. I probably have enough filling left over for 4 more enchiladas, so just keep that in mind. I have 8 enchiladas here, so you really have enough filling for 12. And this filling will keep in the refrigerator for a few days. You can also freeze it. I've found that this filling freezes beautifully. So just keep that in mind. So to finish the enchiladas, I have some more tomatillo salsa, and I'm just going to pour that on top of the enchiladas. Just sort of smooth it around a little bit. And sprinkling more of cheddar cheese. We put 2 cups in the filling, and this is just a little extra on top for garnish. And again, just as much or as little as you like, because there is already cheese in the filling. And I should say, These enchiladas can be made vegetarian very easily by simply leaving out the chicken, and then it becomes a great vegetarian option. So for vegetarians out there, keep that in mind. All right, so now I'm going to bake the enchiladas in a 350-degree oven for about a half an hour until the enchiladas crisp up and the cheese is all golden and melted, because the filling itself is already cooked. So really all we're doing is just heating it through, and again getting a little bit of crispness on top for the tortillas and melting the cheese. So again, 350 degrees for about 30 minutes. Okay, so our enchiladas baked in the oven at 350 degrees for about 30 minutes, and this is how they come out. Nice and crispy on top, and the cheese is golden and bubbling. So what I'm going to do is just dish these up. Just lift it out of the pan. To serve these, I just like to garnish them with just a little bit of sour cream. Not a lot, just like a little dollop on each one. And then a sprinkling of fresh scallions. And there you have it, my recipe for chicken enchiladas. So my enchiladas are now plated up, and before I give them a taste, just one thing you can do is with some extra tomatillo salsa, you can just put, you can serve it with the enchiladas if you like. If you like extra sauce, it's totally a matter of taste. So I put a little bit of extra tomatillo sauce just on the side. It's really good. Tortillas are just a little crispy. The filling is a little spicy, but not too hot. The sour cream is a nice balance, and the extra tomatillo sauce, again, just gives it a little kick. So I hope you give these a try. I'm going to keep eating, and until next time.